founder of Snowspirations Global Health Solutions. Thank you so much for the opportunity to show up to clinic this afternoon for our weekend wardrobe. Today it's an amazing day. I'm currently hanging out with friends and brothers in Virginia for our reunion. And guess who I ran into? Coincidentally, one of our members who happens to also be a wife to my brother. And she's joining us today for the weekend wardrobe. And she's got one of few stories to share with us to encourage us because you see, our organization is globally out there. It's a global brand, and anywhere you go, you carry the good news, which is all about health. So I'm going to give her an opportunity to talk to us in regards to what she's been able to gain, how she has been able to use the knowledge to improve herself. Actually, she's got a very good testimony in regards to PPP. You notice, we still pray, we still play, and we practice. So she applied the PPP mantra to achieve a very big visible aim and very big visible goal in her life. So at this juncture, I'm going to give her an opportunity to introduce herself and tell us the story about what you shared with me about your body weight and how you were able to achieve that. So go ahead, madam.
Hello, good afternoon, or it's afternoon here in Virginia, and my name is Adobe Okada. I'm a member of this awesome platform. I've been a member for, I can't remember how long, but it's been a very long time that I joined. And actually, when I joined, I saw the good work Dr. Snow was doing, and I, signed on. I didn't know we shared some things in common, like, he attended the same high school with my husband, and also I worked in the same organization with a sister.
Correct.
So it was down the line that I got to know that, oh, I actually know him personally. So, and from the group, I've gained a whole lot, a lot of health tips that has helped me to, maintain and live a healthy lifestyle. And actually, about a year ago, I became more practical and more, you know, more precise about my health because I had two babies back to back, and you know how it goes. We ladies,
Correct.
I gained a lot of baby fat,
Correct.
and I needed to work on it. My weight was actually at 248 pounds, at my biggest year, and I was almost going into depression because I've always been someone who was conscious about her health,
Correct.
and fitness.
Correct.
So, and through the group and also through the help of my coach, I was able to practicalize, those tips that I got, and I started working out. I made sure I did 10,000 steps at least every day, and sometimes I could go as high as 20. And I cut down on my diet. I started eating more of fruits and veggies, taking smoothies, doing detox, and I've lost over 80 pounds.
Wow.
I was able to lose that much in just 6 months.
Wow.
So I would encourage us all to try and live and maintain a healthy lifestyle. Try to exercise every day.
Correct.
I know we're all busy.
Correct.
Especially for we if you have kids and you have family, you have a lot of things on your plate, but your health is also important because you need to stay alive for your kids, you need to stay alive for your family. They don't want to lose you. So it's also good you take your health very important, no matter how busy you are.
Correct.
You can find time to work out every day. I know the World Health Organization recommends that every adult should take 10,000 steps every day.
Correct.
And not just the leisure walk or strolling. No, it has to be power walk.
Correct.
Intentional walking. Intentional walking.
Correct.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So for me, initially I was like, oh, I don't have time. I'm always busy. I'm up in the morning, early morning, and I stay awake till late at night because I have 5 kids to cater for and all that. So, but after a while, I was like, no, I really have to do something about it because if you don't watch what you eat, if you don't try to work on your weight, you gain more. If you don't exercise, you find yourself, find the weight going high and all that.
Not to interrupt you, because it's actually supposed to be an interactive session.
Okay.
So when you dwell on what you don't have and you don't use what you have, guess what? It will keep adding up.
Exactly.
Now, this is a lady that previously, she knows what she wants, but babies change things, right? And she has to have her babies. Now, the fact she had her babies didn't make it a platform, didn't give her a vista to just say, oh, the babies did this, the babies did that. Because what we normally do is to look for excuses. Now, she did something. She prayed about it. She's very prayerful.
Yeah.
She played about it and she practiced.
Exactly.
So virtually everything we share in the group, she was able to translate that. And it's a practical step. Even today, she came with the husband for the reunion. Guess what we did today? We went for our exercise in the morning, power walk.
Yeah.
I made sure that everybody participated.
Yeah, that's true.
This is how to get things done.
Yeah.
If you do this, no matter where you started, you're gonna get it. Think about 240 something for a lady. You can't even begin to make sense out of it.
Yeah.
And it's not just about dropping the body weight now. You have to sustain it.
Yeah.
And this is the reason why we've had a master class on sustainable weight loss. So you're not just losing weight for people to say, oh, you're good, you're that. You're doing it for your health. She's got 5 kids. She needs to be around to take care of the kids. And, life is what you make it. So I encourage us to take both steps. I was actually particularly happy when I met her, and she happens to be the wife and, friend to my sister. And she's a very good ambassador. So it's a global brand. When I go out and I see a lot of my people, I want us to be the best. I want us to keep sharing our story so that other people can learn from our story. Weight loss is a journey. It's not a quick fix. It's not a dash.
Yeah.
It's a marathon. But when you start, make sure you make whatever difficulties easy by making it your lifestyle.
Yeah. Have to be consistent.
So your consistency is the
very
name of
key.
the game. So Madam, sorry to interrupt you. I just wanted to highlight
so
on that.
I was trying to tell you how I was able to squeeze in some time for exercise every day, because I realized that if I don't get in that power walk, if I don't get in my exercise in the morning, I find it difficult to do that, in the course of the day. So what I did was I said, okay, I have to start early. So I started waking up, usually I'm an early riser. I wake up around 5, 6. But, for me to be able to achieve my 10,000 or maybe 20,000, as the case may be, I started waking up at 3 a.m. So I would wake up 3 a.m., do my power walk. By 6, I'm done. So, that afforded me the time to be able to do that, and also, be able to do my other business of the day. Right. So I could say, oh no, it's too early. I can't wake up by 3. I mean, I slept late. I have to rest a bit, but I didn't do that because I knew I had, if I started looking for excuses for me not to be able to do it, I would definitely find a cogent excuse why I shouldn't do it. But I know I had to do something. It got to a point that I started praying about it. Dr. Snow said something about we pray, we play, and we practice. Yeah.
You can apply it to everything, not just having
exactly.
Babies.
It became one of my, seriously,
mantra.
It became one of my prayer points. I prayed about it. I said, God, please, I need to shed some weight. I need to lose those pounds. I know I cannot do it on my own. So I also want to believe that somehow God answered my prayer, because up till now, I'm still surprised, how is it possible? How am I able to lose that much? So I want to encourage us all to, keep being consistent. If you have a goal, go for it. Stay focused, and gradually, step by step, poco a poco, you get there. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Madam, for coming. We have the second session, so I'm going to excuse you now.
All right,
so you can go get ready with Ifechuku. Then I'll quickly take a few questions from there. Then we'll see. Yeah. Thank you so much, and thank you guys for listening. I'm gonna quickly take care of one or few questions from the floor. Then I'm gonna go get ready for the second session for today. I'm the lead, so I have to lead by example. So I'm gonna quickly check the floor. and provide feedbacks. Okay, so no matter what happens, I want the best for my people. So anywhere I go, somehow I do meet my people and I want us to be at our best. So if you have any outstanding questions, please go ahead and ask and I will provide you feedbacks. Okay, if you need to consult with me, follow the admin, subscribe. You can come in for 1 week, you can come in for 1 month, you can come in for 3 months, you can come in for 6 months. If you are already pregnant, you can also check in for our ANC. If you want to be a mother in 2022, also check in for our Believing for Baby clinic. Make sure you join any of these groups because when you do, you're going to get help, okay? But right now, it's time for questions. So let me see what I can provide feedbacks on. Okay, correct. We all have struggles, okay? I struggle with my own body weight, but I've made it a point of duty to multitask. So if you notice, when I'm teaching, I'm going for work, so you have to make a point of, resolution that you're no longer going to find excuses because the same excuses you're giving, you can actually flip it and you can get results. So I don't want us to be comfortable with giving excuses. Okay, so consistency is key. And make sure that whatever you're doing becomes a part of you daily. When it becomes a part of you daily, it's no longer going to be difficult. The fact remains, it's easier for you to add weight than to lose weight. The fact you're not eating the right kind of food, the fact you're eating the wrong food and you're not eating the right ones can on its own be a big factor. Okay, so thank you so much. Let me quickly take care of a couple of questions, okay? So if you have any questions, I'm going to provide you feedbacks right now. And make sure you also sign up for the symposium. So we understand some of our members will need IVF, IUI, surrogacy, donor eggs, donor sperm, even adoption. If this is your only option towards becoming a parent, I will encourage you to take it very serious. So if you don't understand IVF properly, if you don't understand IUI properly, if you don't understand surrogacy, if you don't understand your own part, if you don't understand expectations, sign for the upcoming symposium. It's actually going to be next weekend on the 25th. We have a subject matter specialist. If you are planning to go for IVF, you need the knowledge. You need to know your rights. You need to know that you're entitled to a medical report. You need to know that when everything ends, they need to give you a report. Okay, so guys, let's take care of your questions. Okay? Okay, so that's the link for people that want to sign for services. Just follow that link I shared now and sign for services. But for now, if you have any questions, please go ahead and ask, and I'll provide you feedbacks. Okay, I'm looking for questions. I have a few more minutes before I go for the second phase of my event today. So I'm going to provide feedbacks. I miss you guys. I couldn't wait to come back and check in and make sure that everybody is doing good. Okay, so I'm going to continue to look for questions. Doc, can COVID-19 vaccine affect fertility? Very good question. So let me put it on the screen. So here's the deal. Right now, as I'm talking to you, the current research, the current jury on this, it's not decided. So for now, I will tell you to go ahead and take your vaccine. There is no direct relationship between the vaccine and your fertility as of now. So there is no contraindication. Even pregnant women are taking it. Now, what you have to ask yourself is this. What is the bigger risk for not taking it? If you succeed in getting COVID, are you going to survive it? Because the people that had it actually had a lot of deficits. So personally, and right now, based on evidence we have, there is no contraindication of COVID vaccine and your fertility. So if you are believing God to become a mother, to become a father, it's actually in your own interest to make sure that when you eventually become pregnant, you won't be exposed to picking COVID. So personally, if you were my client, I would tell you to go ahead and get the vaccine. You don't have anything to lose. Okay, let's continue, guys. Let's quickly knock this off, and we can go and continue our weekend events. Okay. Does skipping affect conception? No. Skipping is actually a good form of exercise. And exercise will help to balance your hormone. So assuming you're struggling with your body weight, right? You're 240, you want to be at 190, right? What do? When you skip consistently and when you love your skipping and you skip it with love, you're going to drop your body weight. When you drop your body weight, your hormones are going to regularize. When your hormones are regularized, you can ovulate. When you ovulate, you increase your chances of becoming pregnant. Okay? What's the cause of PCOS and the risk? So here's the deal. PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. So no one knows exactly what leads to PCOS, but you know the presentation. When you have polycystic ovarian syndrome, your body is not going to function the proper way. And one of the cardinal things that happen in polycystic ovarian syndrome is lack of ovulation. For a woman to become pregnant, you must ovulate. So in polycystic ovarian syndrome, for some reasons, when we go to your ovaries, you have multiple fluid-containing cysts, which ordinarily, when it happens, it will affect the function of your ovaries. Remember that your ovaries is a retainer of the follicles, which contains the egg. So every woman is already giving eggs that you will use to become pregnant, right? Now, when you don't have an opportunity to release the egg, it means you are not ovulating. So one of the cardinal things we normally bother ourselves about polycystic ovarian syndrome is lack of ovulation. And if you can't ovulate, you cannot become pregnant. Okay? What's the cause of pelvic adhesions? So anytime you've had any previous surgery or procedure done in the womb, it can lead to adhesion. So anytime we go into the womb, abortion, evacuation, or anything, when the womb is healing, it will heal with scar tissues. So this is why you need to be careful. If you've had abortion in the past and it was done by a quack and they overzealously scraped, the basalis, part of the cover of your womb, when your womb is healing, it will have scar tissues. Now, some women might also have previous infections like gonorrhea or chlamydia, which over time, if it's not treated, it can lead to PID, pelvic inflammatory disease, which can lead to adhesions. Now, fortunately, depending on the extent of adhesions you have, you can go for minor surgical correction. So we can open you up and remove those adhesions. If we succeed in removing the adhesions and we keep the cervix and we keep the womb healthy, you can succeed in becoming pregnant. So the fact you have adhesions, it's not the end of the road. Matter of fact, if you have adhesions, you should be top on the list of people that should consult with a fertility specialist, because without management, you cannot become pregnant by yourself. Unfortunately, there is no particular drug that when you drink it, it's going to dissolve the adhesions. No. So you have to go through surgical correction, okay? Okay, let's continue. So what's the next? Doc, how can male factor infertility be addressed? Your partner has to see a urologist, okay? There is low sperm count, motility, and issues. So what you need to do is to have a meaningful family meeting. So your partner has to come to terms that if he doesn't do something, he's not going to be a father. This is where so many men are messing about. So they think they have supernatural power to produce sperm from nowhere. When your sperm count is low, it will reduce your ability to become pregnant. It doesn't mean it's going to stop you from becoming pregnant. You can still be a father even with low sperm count, but it's going to be delayed. But what you need to expedite your fatherhood is to see a urologist. When you see a urologist, we are going to have seminal fluid analysis. The seminal fluid analysis will give us an impression about the count, about the motility, and about the morphology. Now, depending on the cause of your problem, your management will be tailored towards that. So some men can be given some hormonal drugs, some men can be given some supplements, and some men can also go for surgery. So it depends on the reason why you're having low sperm count, low motility, and morphology. I love that question. So guys, let's quickly wrap up so I can go and get ready. Okay? Can adhesions cause miscarriage? So one of the cardinal things that adhesions can actually lead to is the inability to have a baby to start with. Now, when you succeed in becoming pregnant, that means you've defeated the adhesions, right? Now, adhesion is not one of the cardinal things that can lead to miscarriage. So there is no direct relationship between your adhesions and miscarriage. But when you have adhesions, you can have infertility. Okay? Please, at what stage of pregnancy should one start? I need to see that question. My phone is actually about discharging too. So, but thank God we were able to get one of few questions addressed. So one lady is asking about something, but I need to quickly, okay, please, at what stage of pregnancy should one start antenatal? Immediately you are confirmed pregnant, okay? Now, if you get a positive pregnancy test through your urine, don't rejoice yet. Book an appointment, go for your blood test. When your blood test is positive, still proceed and get an ultrasound. So you have to have a urine test, a blood test, and ultrasound. An ultrasound is the clinical evidence that you're confirmed pregnant. At the point you're getting that ultrasound, register for your ANC. ANC is better done immediately. I understand that some centers will want you to come back at a particular time, but there are certain things you need to start looking at, especially if you have had long-term infertility. Don't be silly. Don't be unwise. Don't be smart. You can't spend 10 years to become pregnant. Then you can safeguard your pregnancy. ANC is like buying insurance for your baby. So go above and beyond to do the right thing so you can give your baby a chance. Don't compromise your standard. So if you are already pregnant in this group, I expect you to be in our ANC group. Okay? Okay, guys. Let me take care of one more question. Please, how much pain does epidural reduce during labor? So epidural is actually supposed to be a choice you make. It works for some women. Some women have used it for their labor. And yes, it takes care of significant amount of your pain. Unfortunately, you go through a lot of pain when you're in labor and when you're having your baby. So epidural is a form of anesthetics, which we use to prevent pain. So